family, welcome back. I am so grateful for your presence and I am excited because we are doing something new and it has been on my heart for so long. If you could know all the butterflies that are in my belly right now, whew, but nonetheless, we are doing it. We are doing it afraid. Today is the very first episode of the Trust the Process podcast. It is a podcast where I just want to share more lock stories this year. Like I think it's so important for us to connect through stories. So on this podcast, I'll be bringing on guests that have locks, and we are just going to be talking about the journey and exploring what it looks like the growth, the struggles, all the things. All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring the guests onto the stage. Okay. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yay. All right. Here we go. We have Gina. Hello, Gina. Thank you for joining. We have Aisha.
Hi.
Hello. Got some little feedback there. And we have Brandis. Hey, Brandis. It's been forever. And Rosa is with us. How are y'all doing? How are you feeling?
Good.
Really
Feeling
good.
good?
Good.
Yes.
Excited to hear our
Thank you,
story.
everyone that's joining us live and listening, checking in. If you could in the chat, just post where you're checking in from. I would like to just kind of go through the group and if everyone could just share their name, of course, where you're located and how long have you had your locks. We'll start with Gina.
Hi, everyone. I'm calling, zooming, whatever, from San Antonio, Texas. And I am just over a year in my
Just over
lock
a year
journey.
in.
hmm
Nice.
Just over a year.
Your locks are beautiful. Aisha,
Thank you.
tell us about your journey.
All right. So, hi, everyone. I am Asia. I am from Ohio. And this will be, I want to say it's 3.5 years since I've had locks. So,
They're
very,
beautiful.
very excited.
They are so beautiful. Brandis, coming to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandis. I'm from North Charleston, South Carolina, and my babies are 16 months old.
16 months on this journey. We're going to get into it. You already know.
Yes.
And Rosa, finish us out.
Hi.
Tell us where you're from and how long you've had your locks.
I'm Rosa, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. And I've had my locks for 14 years.
14 years. Wow. Oh my gosh, you got to tell us all the things. We have another guest with us. Zenny, go ahead and hop in there. Hi. See, so we're just going around sharing, where you're located and how long have you had your locks?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I started my locks probably in 2013. No, 2003. Actually, 3 is when
That's
I
10 years.
first started my locks.
That's a
So it's
whole
been
nother
a
ball
long,
game.
long time. So,
And where are you checking in from?
like 20 years.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, from Georgia. I'm originally from PA, of Maryland. Aye.
Nice. And I understand that our community it's not all just women. Like we have locks in all different areas, all different genders. So I'm pleased to bring Reggie on, holding it down for the fellas. Hey Reggie,
Howdy.
how are you?
I am doing good in yourselves.
I'm doing well. If you could check in with us and tell us where you're checking in from and how long are your locks? Well, how long have you had your locks?
I am checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have had my locks in April to be 4 years.
4 years. So Rosa is our elder with the locks. You had your locks the longest, 14 years. How have you stayed in the journey so long?
Um, I love my locks. I wish I had done it sooner. When I got them done, I said, "Oh, this is nice," and they were looking nice. But now I'm having some kind of problems because um, they're so long. I was thinking about cutting them, but then I said, "No, I don't want to cut them yet." They're about down to my in the middle of uh my butt.
Wow.
And so you have all these kind of problems when they're that long. They get caught and stuff, and you gotta
Long hair
wear
is
it
not
up.
for everybody.
Yeah. No, it's not, and I used to want long hair so badly. My mother had long hair. And I used to want her hair so bad. And then I got the locks and it just grew. And I said, "Ooh." And now it's like,
So you have hair that's all the way down to the crack, all the way down
yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah.
I want to see it. Raise your hand if this is your first journey. Anybody first journey? Okay, raise your hand if this is not your first journey. Okay, this majority is starting multiple sets. So, Brandon, I want to kick it off with you. How many sets of locks have you had?
3.
Same, sis. Why do you keep starting? What's bringing you back to the journey, coming, going?
Well, with my first set, I had started about a year after I had my daughter. So it's kind of like a trial and error with the first set. They were beautiful, but over time I started over processing them. And I was like, okay, I think I've killed them. So it's time to start a new set. With my second set, I allowed someone else to start them for me, but I was not satisfied with the grid. My parts were too big based on the density of my hair.
Yeah.
So me and my daughter actually started my sets together. It was my second and it was her first.
That's beautiful.
So we kept it for 3 years and she decided that she wanted fluffy hair. So mama had to comb her locks out.
Whoa, you combed out. I know, Reggie, you combed out some locks too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I had
What's
to
that
come by my
comb out
son.
process like?
Oh my God, it's tedious. We broke it
Patience.
down in sessions because she was only 6. We did maybe 3 to 4 hours a day, and it took about a week.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about how long it took with my son. And
Yep.
he's a teenager, but it was just still, I had to go only as long as my fingers and joints could handle it.
That part, yes, because it gets numb after a while. I combed hers, but I cut mine. I was like, I'm not doing it. And you know what's so funny? I'm thinking about a 4th set.
Wait.
Yes.
Your lock's only 16 months. Why? Why are you gonna take them out?
I know. I thought micro locks was what I wanted, but after having them for a year, I had an aha moment and realized, okay, this is too high maintenance for me. I love the freedom of having my traditional locks, which allow me to stretch my maintenance because I love the lived-in look, which everybody don't like with the puffy roots.
Yeah.
And having micro locks, I can't do that. I got to be on point every 6 weeks.
That is so true. Gina, do you have micro locks or you have traditional locks?
So, I'm a newbie, but what is the definition between a micro and it's the number? Or is it the size?
No, it's not
I have
the
100.
number, it's more so the size. So you think of traditional locks like the size of a pencil, number 2 pencil. Micro locks are anything smaller than that.
So most of mine, I'd say I was aiming for the size of a pencil. I did my own install, but then after 5 months, I just, it wasn't looking the way I thought it should. So I started going to a loctician. And so, but mine are braid locks.
Okay.
And so, you know, it, it's
Thinking
okay. I
about
like
starting
it.
over, just trying to tuck it
No,
out.
no,
No.
no, I like it. The ends, though, she asked me, she said, so are you trying to go for a closed look or leave it just curly? And I said, let's just let it do what it wants to do. So some have already, kind of sealed. But no, I'm enjoying the journey.
I
And
love
thanks to
that.
a lot of your products
Thank
have
you.
helped me. And just really, I enjoyed the Thursdays with you. I've learned a lot.
I appreciate
So,
that so much.
mhm.
Now, Aisha, I know you said you done restarted a couple times. How many
Me,
times have you started over?
so I haven't.
You haven't?
Nope, this is my first set of locks. I love them. It has been trial and error. Thank God I found your YouTube channel within the first year. I have been using your products religiously.
Thank
Um,
you.
I have a scalp condition called seborrheic dermatitis,
Mm.
and I have it pretty under control. I have been stressing lately and eating sweets, so it flared up a little. But overall, it's good. So yeah, this is my first set of locks.
Your first set of locks. You already got some yarn wraps in there looking
I
pretty.
do. I tried to, add a little flavor to it. I wasn't ready for the color yet, and when I do get the color, I'm coming to you. So
Oh,
I
thank
am.
you.
I am. I'm team natural. I don't want to do any bleaching or anything. So I'm
Right. You
coming
don't
to
you don't
you.
have to bleach. Wait, I want to go back to your scalp condition. Anybody else, any other guests have a scalp condition? Anybody else have a scalp condition? Raise your hand. Anybody? Nope. Okay. With
I'm
your
not
cervix,
on what?
it's okay. It's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all right? No, it is okay.
Dreads
Thank you
cleared up
with
my
cervix
dandruff.
dermatitis though. Would you say, Reggie?
When I switched to dreads, and I guess it was because I also switched my shampooing routine, that actually alleviated. I had lifelong dandruff as a natural.
Mm.
I use less jam. I use what was it, King's oil, the stuff that was so thick that you need to scrub your head with like degreaser to get it out. I've used all of that stuff, but going with locks and going to once a week or either once every 2 weeks with the wash has alleviated a lot of the like dandruff and itching and dry scalp. And
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, everything I've been told most of my life is a lie.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Now, how often do you guys wash your hair? What's your regimen looking like these days? Asia, we'll start with you.
Mine's is I would say about every 2 weeks
Probably
since I
every 2 weeks, no older than 3 weeks.
yeah.
Then you said every 2 to 3 weeks. Asia, you said every week. Would you say?
No, every 2 weeks.
Every
Yeah,
2
every
weeks.
2 to 3.
Oh, I feel like we're over.
It's okay. It's okay.
2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Yep, me.
Yeah. What about you, Brandis?
But every 2 weeks. Sometimes I go weekly, especially if I've eaten some tomato products and have a flare up, then I'll be shampooing weekly.
Yeah. What do you mean a flare up? Does your scalp react to?
Because I'm allergic to tomatoes. So
Oh,
anything that has tomato products in it or anything that's high seasoned, I have a flare up in my scalp and my face.
oh my gosh, that is a big thing. Like I talk to people about, and I always tell people, or stress, your scalp can also show food allergies. So don't think it's always just products. It can be food too. You got to be real mindful about that. Rosa, how often are you shampooing your hair? All the way down there. How often? And how long does it take? That's what I want to know.
Well, I do it every 2 weeks, and as a matter of fact, I did it today, and so I had to retwist today.
Nice.
And it takes me about maybe about 3 or 4 hours.
Not just to shampoo and to retwist.
Right.
Okay, that's not bad. Now, how long does it take to dry?
It takes about maybe, I'd say 3 hours.
Okay, that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I got me.
Now, if I roll my hair, it takes a longer to do.
Yeah, that's a day or two right there.
Yeah. But I didn't do that today. No.
You still be under the dryer talking to us.
I'm sitting right here.
Wow. How about you, Zinni? How often you shampoo your hair?
For who? Who, Jocelyn?
2 weeks?
For 10 to 14 days. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like everyone's about every 2 weeks or so. What's the longest you've ever gone without shampooing your hair?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
weeks.
Almost
Same.
like a month. I'd probably say 4 weeks. Yeah.
I salute you because after 3 weeks, I am ready to rip my head out.
One time
Me
I
too.
went
Listen, that was before I was knowledgeable about like learning how to maintain the scalp condition and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say back in the day, which was probably like a year into my locks, it was probably about like 4 weeks, and I had all this. Like I thought it was dandruff, but it was sebaceous glands, Yeah. And I'm like, goodness, my head is itching. What the heck is going on? And yeah, once I began using your products, girl, and start washing every 2 weeks. Yes.
Reggie,
I got one.
yes. That scalp revitalizer?
Yes.
Got to keep it handy, okay?
This has helped me with my hands and hair syndrome.
Yes.
It is necessary.
Yes, it is.
Okay, with you all, I would like to take a minute to just go around, and I want you all to share the best advice and the worst advice you've received with your locks or on your lock journey. And if you're listening, feel free to share yours in the comments. What's the best advice and the worst advice you've received on your journey? Anybody want to go first? Go ahead, Reggie.
The best advice I received on my journey, starting my journey, was just enjoy it. Don't fret over, getting, getting Instagram perfect. Just, your hair is going to lock as it locks, depending on your hair and your type and, your health. And just, enjoy the journey, detox your hair, do the, the least with it, but, while still loving it. And I think the worst advice I've gotten was don't wash it for like X amount of weeks. And I'm just like, no. If I have to retwist them as a starter, I'm going to wash my hair after about 2 weeks because I don't have the healthiest lifestyle. I intake alcohol, and I eat a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't eat, and I do information security, so I'm stationary a lot. So I'm like, no, I know for me, for my hair health, I need to at the very least, I need to rinse it once a week. So that's some of the best advice I gotten was, and honestly, it did come from you, was, how, if 1 week is every other week, or every week is the amount of time you need, that's when you do it. But that was probably some of the best advice I received, was on how to properly wash my hair and how often I should wash my hair. And I think that's some of the best advice I've got.
Yeah, that is really solid advice right there. Who would like to share next?
I'll
Sips
go.
alcohol.
So the worst advice, because I did try to do my research and read books and things like that to make sure I knew what I was getting into. But the worst advice, and I was doing it, and then it was a Q&A with you, Jocelyn, and you were saying, I probably wouldn't do that. And that was to use honey in the conditioning, and
Yeah.
the
Oh my
book I
gosh.
read talked about use honey to help with sheen and stuff. And so I did do it for about 2 months, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel right.
Oh
And
no.
so luckily, you steered me on the right track. So no harm. But the best advice was, because I would just air dry the
Mhm.
hair. So again, I spend now 30 minutes under the dryer, and so
Thank
it's
you.
just lightly damp when I get out. So yes, so thank you again.
Of course. I love that. Who's up next? Brandis, I'm gonna call on you. You already know.
That's fine. Well, you know what's so funny is being a loctician, the two locticians that I went to never gave me any advice. I guess they figured because I knew it already. But after taking your classes, one piece of advice that you gave was to ensure that having colored locks, that we do steam treatments once a month.
Yes.
Before that class, I never knew anything about steam treatments. And you guys, if you're not using steam treatments, I highly encourage that you
Uh,
start. You will feel the
yes.
in your hair.
Yes. You
Highly
hear this?
recommended.
You hear this?
As far as bad advice, I would say using oils to moisturize. We all
That's
know
a
that they
word.
do not
That's a
moisturize.
word. Oil does not moisturize, okay?
Nope.
If I could get paid every time I hear that statement, listen, I would not have to work behind the chair.
Ever. You'd
Ever.
be a billionaire, okay?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
So true. So true, okay?
But we're
Thank
raised
you.
that way.
Would you say?
We are raised that way, though, from a young age. Oil,
Yep.
oil,
Yep.
oil.
Grease, all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grease. Oh, we're beat over the head with that as a young age. So it's really hard to, especially me. Got to have the waves or the curls. So it's really hard to, okay, I need to switch up using those products, and switch to moisture.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of folks can get that. It's just like you're beat over the head with let's go buy a whole canister of Less Jam.
And put it all in your head tonight.
Yep. Or King's Oil or whatever. And so it's counterintuitive for a lot of us to go, oh, so I need to do that after I've actually added moisture to my head.
Exactly. But it's an important shift. And people in the comments are also saying, like, drink water, moisture is important. I'm glad that you brought that up, okay? And if you don't have your water, make sure you go grab it, take a sip, okay?
Yeah.
We didn't start a drinking game. I'll be mindful to do it next time. But Aisha, Zenny, Rosa, who's up next?
I can go. Best advice is when it comes to proper hair care, it starts from inside. So eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, exercise.
Can't hear you. You went out. Is your phone on?
Nope.
No. Where'd you go? Come back. You look like you were about to tell us all the things. Give us the good word. No. What happened? How about and come back in? That means Zenny's up next. Spotlight.
Okay. Thank you so very much. I would say the worst advice that I ever received is to not wash my hair. I actually listened. I went as far as 3 months not washing my hair. And when I tell you my scalp was on fire, it was on fire. I was following this person and they said, "Oh no, you don't have to wash your hair. Just spray it down with some rose water and add some oil." And that was not happening. And you were my saving grace, Jocelyn Renee. And the best advice that I ever got was to stay hydrated. I was diagnosed with lupus probably last year. And my doctor even told me, like, the first thing you need to do is make sure you're hydrated. You need to start your day with water and end your day with water. So when I saw your podcast, Jocelyn Renee, you were like speaking my language, and I've been drinking ever since. And yes, I start with water. My day is great. I end with water. My night is great. So thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for connecting with me. And I can't believe that 3 months without washing your hair. Oh my God. What was the reason for that? Were you just starting?
No, I had been on my journey, but I was having some issues with like dry, brittle. I was the one that used to say, "Oh, my locks are crispy," but it was like I was in it, but I was trying to find something to help with the crispiness, and unfortunately I did follow that person. I'm not knocking that for me, but I mean, like 2 hours of washing, rinsing, washing. And then I had to rewash after a week, So it was a mess. But thank goodness for you. I'm glad.
Wow. I'm glad. I'm glad you got someone a more hydrated regimen. Okay. Your hair, your scalp. Thank you. Truly. Aisha, are we back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Look at that length. Everybody's going to have to do a length check, length shot, okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so best advice, I would say, is start from the inside out on eating healthy. It's inside out, to be honest. Eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, exercising. You got to get your life right internally. This Loc journey is just that, a journey. When it comes to the inside out. So that's the best advice. The worst advice I would say, and I received a lot, was oil your scalp a ton. And that's terrible when you have seborrheic dermatitis. Also wait about a month to wash your hair. And retwist every 2 weeks. Those are some of the worst advice that I've ever received. So, yeah.
I appreciate you bringing that up. The retwisting every 2 weeks. Like, I've seen so many like channels where they offer that advice, and then months later or a year later, they're like, "Please don't do that. My locks are thinning." But it's like, it's already out there.
That's how you get
Reggie? What happened?
That's how you get this. You're retwisting too often. Get a super thin one. And I learned the hard way because I do high top locks. So I don't have, I do I do an undershave, but what we've been trying to do is, make sure the hair is pushed up into it, so I don't shave. We don't, cut into the locks. But the thing I noticed was without the cutting, it was this honestly because this was a nervous twitch for me. This one back here, this is one of my thinnest ones at the root because I've just kept. That's why I was.
Hair.
Yeah, that's why I was so adamant about getting this because it helped me because that was my biggest sin. And when you mentioned the whole retwisting every 2 weeks, I'm just like,
pulled your card, huh?
yeah, I'm like, oh no 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 no. But there's different things you can do, but like for me, I've turned this into my nervous twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like when when I mess with my dress, I just start scratching the scalp with this instead of going into my hair with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that has over time helped a lot of my locks, especially on the edges, to thicken back up because I'm not messing with them. I'm not twisting them all the time. And no matter how much water you intake, if you're twisting your hair all the time, it's not going to matter. It's like, you ever seen a braided cable you done wrapped around something over a certain period of time, it just starts to fray. And our hair is, the same way. If you wind it around too much, and so like I said, I always leave, and Johnson, I refer to this a lot.
Yes, because it's essential. If you got your hand in hair syndrome, you got scalp issues, your hair just itchy because you just started, you gotta have it.
This has helped me a lot.
One at home, keep one in the purse.
I swear by this. Okay? This goes on vacation with me. Because
you gotta know what works. You gotta do it. You gotta know and do what works. Okay. Truly.
Yeah. If you don't have one, get you one of these. Get your revitalizer.
Scalp Revitalizer.
If you don't have one, get you one.
Yes.
Shameless plug, okay?
I'm plugging it. I'm plugging it. If you don't have this, you need to get you one of these.
Okay.
ASAP.
Thank you, Reggie. Rosa, now you don't had locks for the longest time out of everybody, so I need to know what is your best and worst advice.
Well, I never did get any worse advice. I never did.
Okay.
No, and the best advice was actually from you. I was so glad because I had been looking on YouTube for hair care, and most of the people had loose hair, and they didn't go into taking care of your locks or maintenance. Some who were locked, they didn't go into how to keep your locks. And so my loctician started my hair. I first started with a two-strand twist. I did that on my own. And then I went to a loctician who was a member of my church. And I went to her and she started my locks, and she didn't give me any bad advice. She didn't say, oh, don't wash your hair, don't do this. She just said to just maintain it and wash it every 2 weeks, which is what I did. And it grew. I wash it every 2 weeks. I retwist every 6 to 8 weeks. When I was going to her, I would get retwisted every 2 months. And so I never had any bad advice.
Well, I love
but
that.
right now my hair is at the top. It's kind of thinning because the grays have come in and it has changed my texture. Mm-hmm. I mean, my hair is now so soft up here. It's like it's like I put an iron comb to it, and I didn't,
And
it
it's super
won't.
straight, yeah.
Yeah, it's straight. So it's kind of getting a little thin, but I'm dealing with it.
Just making it do what it do. I love that. And I
Yeah,
love that you
yeah.
had no bad advice. That's
No, I didn't.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay? Because I just feel like
But I'm so glad I found you, because you you talk about the lots and the chemistry and all of it, and I was so happy to find somebody
oh, I
finally.
received that. Okay, it's times when you feel like, are you helping anybody? Are you doing anything? And I just feel like
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't do any more lock content. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm happy to hear that. I received
Oh
it so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Um,
And I'm waiting for that shampoo. I'm
Me
still
too.
waiting on that
Yeah,
shampoo.
me too.
Yes,
Hydro,
ma'am.
whatever
We're
you use
waiting.
the last, yes, we are ready.
everyone's like, get it together.
Yes.
Wait, here we go. I'm gone. Just kidding. No, it's coming. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. I love I love the silvers. Kim is in the chat like, ooh, the silver strands. Yes.
Yes.
I know
We
that's
have Gina too. Your silvers are in. How was that
Yeah,
transition? Did you have silver hair when you started your locks?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the length was about 3 to 4 inches when I started. So
Nice.
yeah, so I'm happy with it.
That's beautiful. I have another friend that is joining us today. Joy is here. Joy, I would love if you could check in and let us know where you're located and how long you've had your locks.
Hi, everybody. I'm checking in from Dallas, Texas, and I've had my locks. I just celebrated 3 years.
3 years. Wow. Could you share with us some of the best and worst advice you've received on your journey?
The best advice I've received is to just follow the process.
Trust the process. Why we are here today.
Don't look at someone else's journey and expect it to be my own. I started my journey when my hair was 17 inches long. And so the advice I received was that my journey was going to be a little different. And so I just had to realize, because I would look at other people and just be like, well, why isn't my hair doing that? And once again, my loctician would just remind me, look, you started with long hair. And so your journey is going to look a little different.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get any bad advice. And I attribute that to my loctician had micro locks and she had sister locks. And so, and she is a cosmetologist. And so she brought a wealth of knowledge to me that is just, I tell you, it's so valuable to have someone that, has gone down the road I'm going, so that when I freak out, she can kind of stop the freak out and go, hey, okay, I've been down that road before. Let me help you. So because of that, I really haven't received any bad advice because I listened to her. And actually, Jocelyn, she's the one that put me on to you.
Wow.
Yes, at the beginning
So
of my
she
journey.
is very smart. I co-sign with her.
Yeah, she was like, hey, there's a young lady who had sister locks and now she has traditional locks. And she said, you may want to just check up on her because I trust her and I trust her advice. And so, yeah.
I love that. One of the things that can help, right? Because we hear the two people that said they didn't get any bad advice, they had a loctician with them along their journey that they trusted. So, of everyone else, bad advice, are you DIY or do you have like a loctician partnership kind of happening?
My sister started my locks, so she's a hairstylist, but she doesn't like specialize in locks. So she
Okay.
started my locks, and I want to say after 4 months I took over my locks. Because I wanted to like truly find like the natural true process of it. And I was able to find the right products and all of that. So I would say it was a hairstylist, and then it was me, DIY. Yep.
DIY. Yeah. How about you, Brandis? You're your own loctician, huh?
You know what? I did have a loctician,
Okay.
but like I said, I'm on the fence about starting another journey, so I fired her. Because I'll probably be cutting my hair by the summertime and starting me a new set of traditional locks.
Wow. Hey, it's fun. I'm thinking about going on my 4th journey too, so I understand. I get it.
But I would never go back to loose natural. I truly, truly, truly love the lock journey. All 3 of them that I've already had, I don't regret any of them. Each journey was different. It was different things that I learned about myself along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 4 is on the way.
Yeah, let's kind of touch on that a little bit. What because since you've had locks, how have you grown as a person? Like, how did your locks help you to kind of navigate life, if you will?
It just made me become like more in tune with my body internally. Eating better, exercising more, drinking more water, learning more about the products, looking at the ingredients. Just because a product says it's natural doesn't mean it's natural, So
That's so true.
It just made me be more intentional, research more, and healthier. Yeah, and more spiritual too. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's a journey. Oh, it's a journey, a beautiful journey. Yeah.
Yeah, the same for me. It's helped me. I was natural for 12 years before getting locks. And I loved my hair, but due to a health condition, as a result of a failed surgery, I could no longer physically do the things I used to do to my hair. And so I needed something that would provide me just relief of always having to be in my hair, always having to do certain things to my hair. And so when I saw locks, it wasn't something I thought um, honestly would look good on me. I saw ladies with locks and I would be like, oh, yeah, okay, locks are okay. But it's not something I thought would be okay and look good on me because I was always in corporate America. And so I would hear the stigma associated with locks. And so when I got locks, it helped me realize, you know, I need to really understand what locks are and really stop listening to the naysayers and the negativity associated with locks and realize that locks are a part of us. Can be positive and locks are positive. And just look at myself in the mirror and go, you know what? You look really, really good in locks, and that locks can help me as far as I'm a vegan now because of the health conditions, but I realize that it helps my hair. It helps my body. I drink because I was never a water drinker. You could give me anything other than water and I would drink it. Um, but now, having locks has helped me drink. I don't drink anything, I don't think, but water. And it started because of my lock journey, and then it's helped my health, so locks has helped me. I mean, it's just been so many positives. Nothing negative has happened as a result of me getting locks, and so it's just so many positive things that have happened. But I think the main thing that has happened is just a renewed sense of self and who I am, and just being able to see locks. Now, I was at Kroger today and I saw a girl with locks, and I'm an introvert, so I would never ever go up to somebody and go, I really, really like your hair. But I saw a young lady with locks and I said, oh, I love your hair. And
Look at
she said,
that
"You don't
connection,
understand." And my husband kind of
community.
looks at me and he's like, "You never used to go up to people, you know." And I'm like, "That's what Locs will do for you."
Period. Okay. I love that. Bringing the community together. Okay.
Absolutely.
For me, having locks has taught me a lot of self acceptance. When I was younger, my hair was referred to as nappy, and I didn't like getting my hair combed at all. I had my relaxer when I was little because my mom couldn't do my hair. And then as I got older, I got the relaxers. And what led me to lock is I actually had a scalp infection from a relaxer. So I went
Wow.
to this woman. She's still doing locks. She's actually from Guyana. And she started my locks and she told me it's going to be a journey. I had to cut my hair like way, way low so that
Oh,
my scalp can get better. It's really helped me to have patience and self-acceptance. And along my journey, I've had people like, "Oh, you can't do locks. It doesn't professional. It doesn't look this, it doesn't look that. It looks too like you're unkempt and things like that." So now I just kind of ignore that. I still get those comments sometimes, but I just ignore that because I know who I am and my journey has made me other journeys that I've had in my lifetime. But just being locked, I have so much appreciation for you, Jocelyn Renee, and my other fellow locked people, for just really, branching out of your shell and just sharing your truths and just being free, having freedom to have lots.
yes. I received that. Thank you so much. And this is look at all the beautiful people on the look at all the beautiful people on the screen. Okay. Like this is what locks will do, right? And there's so many different journeys, so many different looks, like, but we have multiple things in common, but one of the most interconnecting threads is we're on a lock journey. So I received that.
Mhm.
Who's up next? If nobody steps up, I'm calling on Brandis. You already know.
Y'all see how she do me, right?
See, this is
Ever
why
and
I went
always.
ahead and volunteered early.
I don't mind. Oh my goodness. This lock journey definitely has taught me patience. Well, all of my journey has definitely taught me patience, self-love. Because we always look to others to love us, to reassure us that we're beautiful and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't need nobody to validate who I am and how I look. This is
Yeah.
me, take it or leave it. And my lock
Amen.
journey has definitely helped that. And being a loctician, I come encounter with a lot of women and men, but mostly women. We lack self-confidence along this
Mhm.
journey.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, it starts in the mental first. You have to be mentally prepared before starting the journey because you have so much negativity that's going to come at you. So you have to be strong enough to withstand that. And if not, a lock journey is not designed for you.
Right.
That is so so very true. I think I said in the video the mindset 70%,
Hmm.
60-70% of the journey. Like that's
Yes.
most of it. If your
Hmm.
mindset about yourself, about what's about to transpire with your hair, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be tough. Even if you have the best products, best loctician, if you don't believe, if your heart and mind are not in the journey, it's difficult. It is so
Yes.
difficult.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Gina has I know you're a lock newbie. You've only been on the journey for 16 beautiful months, but have you noticed a change in how you perceive yourself or perceive your hair since being locked?
Well, it's only been 12 months, but that's okay.
Oh, 12 months?
12. And Yeah, my goal or my reason for doing it was I wanted to kind of just really step into wellness. And I used to wear my hair very short and I'd have to get it cut often, keep up with the cut. And I just said, there's got to be something different, you know? And so it has made me fall in love with my hair again. Um, and just wanted to really kind of bond with my hair, if that makes sense. So, in addition to the lock journey, you know, also the exercise, the nutrition. So, all that, you know, has been uh, one big journey, if you will, that I'm on. So, it's been good.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing. So, we have different ages of locks here, different experiences. What would you say to somebody that is thinking about starting locks or is on their lock journey? Like, bit of advice, bit of encouragement, inspiration. Would you want to leave somebody with?
Be patient.
I know I'm in the ride, so you can't really see me, but trust the process.
Mhm.
Truly,
Just trust the process. That's the
Reggie.
best
Reggie,
advice I think I could ever got.
Reggie. I know you say trust the process, but what do you, when you say trust the process? What do you mean? What does trust the process mean to you?
For me, instead of worrying about what every Instagram model has or Facebook model has, I realized that for me, my hair is going to do something different than everybody else's. So instead of worrying about what somebody else's hair is doing, I just, my thing was your hair is going to lock. That's just a nature of hair. If you don't comb it, it's going to lock. So my thing was, instead of getting fractures, trying to force it, do a hundred extra steps, was just trust that nature was going to do what nature was going to do with my hair. And you know, basically, like I told my mom was like, "I didn't know your hair could lock." I'm like, all a lock is a long nap. And she started laughing too, but I'm like, that's all a lock is a long maintained nap.
Yes, that is true.
So for me, when I say trust the process, trust whatever nature is going to do with your hair. If you didn't comb it or brush it for a week, what would your hair do? It's going to knot up, it's going to tight curl, it's going to tangle, it's going to lock. Half of my son before when he had locks was half of his hair had already locked because he hadn't been combing it. So it's when I say trust the process, is nature is going to do what nature is going to do, and no matter how many products tell you it can make your hair lock faster, your hair is not going to lock any faster than it is going to do.
Yep, that is true. Facts,
You can't
Reggie.
force it.
Facts, facts, facts.
Mhm.
Any other words of
Yeah, and
encouragement or inspiration?
I would add, I think somebody wrote in, but it really is more, at least I view it more as a hairstyle. It really is a lifestyle that I think you have to be mentally prepared, whether you have naysayers or the positive folks. It really is something that you have to be fully comfortable with, as you're going through this journey. And like everyone said, the patience. You have to have some patience and just embrace it.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say, I know it's cliche, but tap into Digital Loctician on YouTube. Watch her videos. If you have any questions, type them in the comment section. Reach out to her. Join the Digital Text Club. Purchase the Crown Element products. Um, Jocelyn Renee. She is passionate about locks and she knows her stuff. And if you're going to follow anybody regarding locks, follow someone who is an expert in it and is very passionate and know what they're doing. And that would be my advice, because I would say Jocelyn Renee, Digital Loctician, she's definitely my Digital Loctician, but I would say she's the one-stop shop for all of your lock needs. Yep.
Amen to that.
I received that so much. I was not expecting that, but I love that.
Yep.
Yep.
And I would say always remember your why. Remember why you did it, because things are going to get tough and there are going to be days when you say, what in the world? Why did I do this? Remember why you did it, and let that be what keeps you in here. Let that be what keeps you to continuing on, as they say in the game. Let that be what makes you not cut your locks off. Remember your why.
Thank you, Joy. That is a great one. Always remember your why.
Always
Really.
remember.
Well, we having church over here tonight.
He's a mess.
Reggie's the character, okay? Y'all ain't know. Y'all wasn't in the cultivation community. Just holding us down, okay?
But y'all see I'm on the road, but I'm still on it.
Truly, okay? You don't miss a beat at all.
No, you have been too helpful for me not to participate in an event like this. And I do use different products. I use Dr. Locs, and I've had good success with that. But like you said, find a product that works for you and then stick with it, and trust and let nature do what it's going to do. So that's one of the reasons I appreciate your channel, because I've heard a bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to call any names, but you have been very helpful and very down to earth with your advice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I co-sign Dr. Locs too. My girl Shamir, she creates amazing products. So definitely check out the Dr. Locs products as well, for sure.
And you're very accessible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for joining me. I'm going to sign us on out. If you have any last words, any final comments, definitely share them right now.
Just thanks for having us. Seriously.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure sharing our journeys and
Exactly.
people on camera. Keep up the good work, y'all. This is a community. We a Loc family here.
Right.
Continue positivity and a beautiful journey with your locks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And thank you, Jocelyn. Also, your smile.
Yes.
You just don't know how much your smile resonates, and how much your smile just brings life whenever we see you. So thank you. Thank you so much
you.
for what
Thank
you do
you,
for the
Joy.
community. You are a blessing. So thank you.
I receive it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. This was fun. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, this has definitely been fun for me.
Yes, it was. This is the first of many. Okay. I really and truly wanted to have an opportunity to just invite the community on live with me. I'm scared out of my mind to do it, but I'm so glad that we did. Okay, you don't know at 7:59. I was like, is anybody gonna join? No one's here. No one's gonna come. But then I started seeing little faces pop up, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're coming, yay! So I receive it. Oh my gosh, I receive it so much. I appreciate the love. I appreciate all of the support. My vision, my just belief in this community is so strong. And I know that somebody that was here, somebody that's watching the replay, somebody that's listening to this is going to be receiving what they need to continue on their journey, what they need to keep moving forward, what they need to block out all the naysayers. It's not all about me. Like, I could talk about myself, but I know that it's other journeys, it's other experiences, it's other walks of life and other types of locks and other scalps and other products that is what is going to help inspire you along the journey. So with Trust the Process, this live podcast, I am going to put it out to the community. If you're interested in joining me for an episode, if you're on YouTube, down in the description box, you will see a link to request to join, to come on live with me. Let's chat about your journey. Let's talk about your experiences. It's deeper than hair, as you can see. Yes, tonight we talked a lot about locks and what we've experienced, but we touched on things like the experiences in corporate America, what it was like finding a loctician, what it was like to not know what to use on your hair, and how just having locks helped your wellness, helped your lifestyle. Like there's so many different experiences that we can touch on. So if you're interested in joining the Trust the Process podcast, definitely feel free to reach out below. If you were in the comments, watching, commenting, sharing, I truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And like Aisha said, and so many others, make sure you join the Digital Text Club. It is just our way to stay connected beyond social media. I'm back on Instagram, but you never know when they might delete it. Just take it away from me. So the Digital Text Club is how we can stay connected, all right? Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. I'm going to bring everybody back on stage real quick one last time. You just wave bye to everybody. Thanks for joining.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. And you
Everybody have a good one.
Have a
Drink
good
water.
one, everybody.
And
Water.
as always, I'm wishing you peace, love,
Love.
Goodbye.
Yeah, love, peace, and good vibes.
Bye.